happy Sunday. So, happy Sunday. Y'all, I'm sitting outside of church, wait for traffic to die down. And, I had a lot of things. Usually I do my Sunday thoughts. And I had a lot of things on my mind. But like this past week, I wasn't really like online a lot or doing anything. I didn't go to some of the events that I intended to go to. And I was like trying to figure it out, like what's going on with me? What's going on? And then it hit me like on the 15th. On the 15th, it was like, I'm grieving. I have been weepy. I have been crying. Stuff was just tearing me up, child. I saw a video of a little girl crying for her dad. I guess he was at work and she was trying to go to bed and she was just crying for her daddy. And I remember just sitting there and all of a sudden I was just like, I know this exact feeling. When you're someone who is more like one parent than the other, like don't get me wrong, I'm Miss Nancy too. Like I'm Miss Nancy. I'm silly. I'm fun loving. I'm a girl's girl. I love kids. I'm a lot of my mom, but I'm also a lot of my daddy. Like I'm a lot of my daddy when I get into my thoughts and when I get into my feelings, and if I'm feeling something or if I don't want to talk, I'm more emotionally like my father. Anyway, April 1st is my baby sister's birthday. And I want to say it was like the 1st or the 2nd, I just started feeling like melancholic. And I was like, I didn't know at the time I was grieving. I just thought, okay, maybe it's hormones. Because you about to be 40, you be having a lot of hormones. I'm like, maybe it's hormones. Don't know. And I was ornery and just not happy. I just wasn't feeling, like, when I say not happy, I was happy. But I felt heavy at the same time. So, anywho, I kept trying to figure it out. Like, what's going on with me? And around the 15th, that's when it hit me. I'm like, I've been grieving. Like, April 22nd will be a year since my friend John passed. And then I just been missing my dad a lot. And sometimes when you're grieving, it's not so much of, like, losing the person. Sometimes it is the thought of what you won't get to experience with those people. Sometimes I beat myself up because I'm like, I know my daddy would have been a great grandfather. And sometimes I'll put it on myself to be like, oh, if I would have had a child, would that have helped him a little bit to get structure more? But I can't put that on myself. I can't control anything about where my life is today as far as like being married or having kids or certain things. If I manipulate a few things, I could, but that's not my place to do that. It's not my place to do that. And that's not my life. Whatever God wants me to have, I'll have in his time, not mine. And also, I can't manipulate faith to say that if only, or if I would have, or if this, if, because it wasn't. I got to take the burden off of myself to say it was not. It's not my job to manipulate my fate to think that had I been in a different position, I would have been able to change someone else's faith. Everything that we're a part of in this life is our own journey. Yes, there's going to be some influences, and yes, there's going to be some people who will help you along the way. There's going to be some things that happen to encourage you, to inspire you. All those things are going to be going on. My only job is to be me fully, and if God has called me to be a vessel, to be that vessel to help people in the moments that I can help them. It is not for me to stretch myself, to bend, to break my own back so that someone else may possibly live differently. It's not my job. That's their job. That's their life. That's their life to live. In the same way that we accept things in relationships with friends and lovers in hopes that maybe it'll change, maybe. It's not our job to be something different than ourselves on behalf of them so that they may change or see better. So I had to take that off my shoulders. I had to take that off. So I get to church today. Church was good, and Bishop's word in all words was take me back. Take me back, Lord. Take me back to the place where I first believed. And also understanding that everything is not my battle to fight. Even if I'm capable, even if I had the resources, if I'm not called to do that, it is not my battle. If it's not a part of the story that God has given me, it is not my battle, period. So anyway, I'm having all these thoughts and I'm grieving, and there's all these things have been going on in the last couple of weeks. And I walk outside. When we had my father's funeral, it's like, she sung the song, I'm going up a yonder for my dad's funeral. I didn't really mind. I was like, I just need someone to sing. So she sung, I'm going up a yonder. And while we're sitting there, my Aunt Rose reached up and she was like, they sung this at your grandmother's funeral. And I'm like, no, ma'am. I didn't know that. Because my grandmother passed when my dad was a child. So I didn't know anything about her funeral. Walking out of church after getting these revelations. And of like, it's not my responsibility. I am where I need to be. I am enough. I'm doing what I need to do. Yes, I could have lived life differently. I could have said some things differently, been different. Grief will have you thinking that you could do more. And it's not your job to do that. So anyway, I'm walking out of church, and tell me why I'm Going Up a Yonder is playing. Our watchmen, when they're controlling traffic and directing traffic, they have a speaker outside, and they were playing I'm Going Up a Yonder. Okay, heard. And I will tell y'all this. My dad in no way would have ever wanted to pressure me to do anything. Now, don't get me wrong. When he was alive, him and my uncle both were like, you need to have some kids, you need to have some kids, you need to have some kids. But he would never want me to feel bad about anything that I did or did not do. So I don't have to carry that. And I hope this is helping someone. You don't have to carry anything that's not yours. You don't have to carry anything that's not yours. You have your own journey, your own life. And everybody connected to your life. They have their own journey, they have their own life. And they have to live their own life. They can't live it through you, and you can't live it for them. And you can't force them to live the life that you see them having. If they don't want it and they don't want to live it, that's up to them. That off your shoulders. Take it off your plate. Get it off your back. Live your life. Live your life. Don't be selfish, but be more self-centered in a way to where you're living the life that God has purposed you to live. Because how would it look to get to heaven and know that you've been off purpose because you were hoping that such and such would see how you were living and live differently for themselves? That's not the goal. That's not the goal. It's for people to be inspired, us to shine a light. They see a light and they shine theirs too. It's not for us to force, not to pull, not to manipulate, not to stretch ourselves to do all that. Hope this was helpful. Have a good Sunday.